material that you actually have a few parts in some of them.
Yes.
Is acting something you might like to pursue?
So glad you asked, because acting is something I'd like to pursue. I don't know what that was. Actually, it's like the next frontier. You know, I get excited. Everything that I've ever done is something that I just had this sort of like childlike notion of, wow, that seems like fun. Let me do it. You know, hey, let me make a comic book. Hey, let me make animated films. Hey, let me write songs. Like everything has really been this. Right. It just seems fun. Let me do it. And acting's the newest thing. Where I'm like, that seems fun. I want to try that. So once in a while, when I've directed something that was live action, you know, I've kind of like jumped in there and done a little bit of something. But as it happens, I've written a feature film script. Hope that it will be made. It's a horror comedy, and I hope to play, you know, the main character who's a washed-up old goth singer. So really, I could just play myself.
Now, I thought your Black Sun vlog was hilarious.
I think they say vlog.
Vlog. Vlog. Yeah. I'm not hip like that.
Well, you are now.
All right. In that you were making fun of the vloggers and the emo hairstyle. That's all fantastic. It was also cool actually seeing the full band rehearsing and playing.
It's a process.
Yes. But it brought up the question: when you write when you write, do you write their parts as well?
When I'm making a record,
yes.
There's two ways that it happens. Well, usually the process goes like this. I write the song on acoustic guitar. So, for instance, right now I'm working on a country record, and All Women Are Crazy is one of the songs that I've recently written for this record. And so I can play you All Women Are Crazy. It's, you know, me and the acoustic guitar, and I can play you how the song goes. Now, when it comes time to recording it and I'm going to flesh it out, I know that there might be steel guitar, there might be violin, there might be accordion, who knows what the instrumentation will be. Very often what I'll do is, if I have a very strong idea of what I want to hear, I'll hum it, because I don't read or write music. So I will hum to the bottom of the C. A lot of those parts were hummed.
Right.
My wife, who was my girlfriend at the time when I was making that record, I would come home and I would say, oh my God, I'm working on this new song and it's amazing, you have to hear it. And I'd press play and it would literally be me humming, and it would go My poor wife thought I was crazy. She didn't know I'm going to bring in musicians and we're going to transcribe this and it's going to be recorded with real instruments. So she thought that was the record I was putting out, and she was so supportive. She was like, "That's nice, dear," but she was like, "He's finally fucking lost his mind." So sometimes it works like that, and then the musicians come in and they just sort of transcribe what I've hummed. And then very often, when I'm working with people far more talented than I am, you know, a smart individual is going to say, let them do what they do best. Right. So a lot of the times it's, you know, the string players or the horn player or the accordion player coming in and saying, you know, here's what I hear here. And so I'd say sometimes it happens one way, sometimes it happens the other way.
Right. Makes sense. Going on to the other projects you're working on, aside from the country album, you said that you're going to be writing a kids album. Now that I can understand, because you've written Brains, Land of the Dead, and Goodnight Demon Slayer. But going back to the country album, where did the idea for that come from?
Okay, well I'm going to back up for a moment and tell you that I'm not actually writing a kids record. Okay. What I'm doing is I'm releasing a record of my songs that are appropriate for children. And the reason for that is that I get a lot of parents coming to my show saying, we love your music, our kids love your music, but we have to skip, you know, every 3 songs because we don't necessarily want them to know about zombie prostitutes or, you know, necrophilia or anal rape with a lightsaber, you know, those uptight kooks. So what I'm doing really is I'm putting together a CD that parents can buy for their kids.
Right.
So Brains will be on it, Land of the Dead will be on it. Those are the two songs I did for Cartoon Network. Goodnight Demon Slayer, which is the lullaby I wrote for my son, that'll be on there. Beast of Pirates Bay, which is a song that I wrote to perform at my son's Halloween fair one year when they had a pirate theme, which that'll be on there. And then I will supplement the disc by taking a handful of my songs and changing some of the lyrics to make kids' versions.
Right.
So, Vampire Club might be about vampires and werewolves fighting it out instead of vampires and pirates, and the lyrics would probably be changed some. And so I think that's really the idea. Isn't really to write a record; it's to sort of repackage this stuff so that parents can safely play it for their children and feel okay about it.
Right.